wrestling fans, and welcome back to NBC 10 Count. I'm Steve Ball, but on today's edition, I'm talking to former WWE champion Kofi Kingston. How are you doing today?
Oh, fantastically well. And that intro was so much better than the first time we met on this Zoom a little while ago. He answered with a lot of lack of enthusiasm, so I had to talk him up. You know, so people out there, when you feel like motivated, thank me for motivating Steve to, like, you know, bring him his inner self to the interview. You know, act like you want to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Joke's on you. This is the second time we've met, so take that. I met you backstage in the Boston Garden in October of last year, and you pretty much spoiled to me that Big E was going to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase. So that was the day, actually. The last time I talked to you face to face was Big E cashed in.
Here's the thing, and Bob Lashley is jealous about this. You know, he's the WWE champion, and y'all chose to interview me and not him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all about that. And tonight, I don't know if you guys have been on social media, but Big E, my brethren, my partner, I said brethren, as in brother and brethren, I combined those, but he has guaranteed that he is going to cash in the Money in the Bank contract here tonight in Bosstown. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my.
And become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. It's going to be a historic show tonight, for sure.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you. The pleasure is all yours.
Get out of here. And Bobby Lashley and R-Truth broke into the room that we were interviewing, and they interrupted it. And I wasn't allowed to post that. It's been a year, so we're fine. But it's been a year. I was allowed to post that because apparently good guys, bad guys don't hang out.
You know, that's a big deal. We are former WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Look at R-Truth trying to bust his way on this.
We got R-Truth back here, too.
No, come on, Truth.
You coming in?
My time.
No, I was just back here. No.
Come on, look. Hey, look, man.
What's going on? What y'all doing?
Oh, we'll interview.
You also
we got the champ.
What up? What's going on here?
Bobby,
heard all this loud noise. Y'all need to keep it quiet. Huh?
Right, I came to check it out for you, Bobby.
Okay.
I came to check it out for Bobby. Yeah.
Bob.
That's Bob.
All right, keep it down. Oh, did you lock you up? They locked him up.
I got you.
They locked him out.
I'm gonna go
He's
this
gonna go the other way.
way.
He's gonna go that way.
Madness in here. There's
right.
madness in here.
He's going that way.
That's the wildness and the chaos
Debo.
that you can expect when you watch Monday Night Raw. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to walk through that door. You never know who's going to barge in on your interview at your hometown when it's supposed to be your time and try to steal some extra time for themselves. Selfishly, you never know who's going to do that. Who?
Did I do that?
Who?
Did I do that?
Oh, you want to go Urkel?
Bro, look, no.
Now you want to go Urkel.
Did I do that?
Now you want to go Urkel.
Bro, you know what? Look. Come here.
Yeah.
But I did recently go to a house show. And you scared the bejesus out of my son. All right?
Oh, nice. There he is. Yes,
There he is.
Yes.
This is his face. Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
He's just whoa. I just came to watch the show. I didn't come to, like, you know, be touched and everything. Just no high fives, no nothing. He didn't ask for a high five. He was just trying to watch. My bad.
He still talks about you. He's still that man with the crazy hair, he says. The man with the crazy hair tried to take me away. And I said, no, that's not true. That's not true. But we're here to talk about, let's talk about some WWE. All right. Not our personal beef we have growing over a year now. Let's talk about it. So November 5th is Crown Jewel. It's going to air on Peacock. I'm pumped. You're pumped. We're all pumped. But currently, right now, as I'm talking to you, you're not on the card.
Yeah.
As the Hurricane would say, what's up with that?
What's up with that? Yeah, I don't know, dude. You know, hey, look, I'm at the point now where I kind of course, I want to be on every single show. You know what I mean? I'm still very hungry in that sense. But I just wait. I wait to see, like, what's happening, how things are going to unfold. I know that, like, things always change at the last minute. So oftentimes we're not on a show, and then I'll find out on social media that we are on the show. So, you know, I'm always the last one to find things out. I would love to go to Crown Jewel. I love Saudi. I love the people there. I was actually the first person to go there before we actually started running televised shows there. I stayed there for a period of about, like, 7-8 days or so, and I got to really immerse myself in the culture, and it was one of the best experiences that I've had as a WWE superstar, hands down. Being able to, like, you know, go to a prince's like royal palace and see, like, his exotic animal collection, you know, horse racing, like drifting and like cars and stuff like that, and then sitting down with some of the youth there who didn't believe that we were going to come. you know, and now you fast forward, we've broken so much history there, so many different like you know, just traditions and whatnot, being able to bring women over there and have them have matches in the ring would have been unheard of about a decade ago. But to be in the midst of all that change and progress is something that I take a lot of pride in. So hopefully I do get booked on that show. And I'm very interested to see Logan Paul and Roman Reigns, how that's going to go. You know what I mean?
So who's going to win? Who's going to win, Roman or Logan Paul? Because this is, you know, everyone wants one or the other.
Look, man, I know I've said on a lot of different interviews, I'm very impressed with the way that Logan Paul's been able to like naturally be so good, not even good, but like kind of amazing in the ring. These past couple of matches that he's had, like you're not supposed to be that good. You're not supposed to be able to pick it up that fast from promos all the way to like in-ring work and moves and like attitude and like making things look realistic and believing it. You're not supposed to be that good. I love the way he's brought like just this amazing like just an energy to the WWE. Like you can't take your eyes off him. It's amazing. Having said that, I got to go with Roman Reigns. I mean, you know, you're not the undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion for over almost what, like 2 years now. Yeah. Like without like being very, very good, and his progression has been phenomenal. Like seeing him develop in terms of character all the way from the Shield to what he is now. It's remarkable and just carrying the industry right now. So yeah, it's realistically, I feel like Roman should kind of wipe the floor with them. But Logan Paul, he's surprised me the past couple of matches. So yeah. I'm gonna watch like everybody else and see what's what.
We'll have to see what happens. Yeah, it's hard to argue against Roman Reigns right now. He's unstoppable with the bloodline and all that. But yet, right now in the WWE, there's so many factions. It seems like 3-man teams. You know, the New Day was one of the like big ones for so long. Also, you know, Michael P.S. Hayes, doop. But there's so many things happening with championship belts. Do you think there could be a trios championship belt in WWE?
Anything is possible, man. Like I feel like you said, there's a lot of trios going on. Sheamus and the Brawling Brutes. You know, like you said, the Bloodline. Gosh, there's the New Day too. You know, if you know, we see how he does and coming back. He's getting a lot better too, for those who are concerned and whatnot. He was actually roller skating the other day. And I was like, oh my God, is he okay? Oh, you're right, man, you're right. You know, he's coming along and he's in great spirits. And yeah, we're just kind of taking it one day at a time with him. But yeah, I think a trios title would be interesting. It'd be obviously something that's been never been done before in WWE. So who knows? You gotta stay tuned and watch to find out.
I like it. I like it. So WrestleMania 39 taking place April 1st and 2nd. Now, the last time a tag team match main event WrestleMania was the first WrestleMania back in 1985. Got Mr. T right there. Yet, will we ever see a tag team match main event current day WrestleManias?
Yeah, anything is possible. Like I said, man, like, for example, like Ronda Rousey being in a main event at WrestleMania, who would have thought that would have ever happened, you know? Right. So yeah, anything is possible. Even like Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair main eventing the first night of WrestleMania, who would have ever thought that two women would be able to main event WrestleMania? It's just like stuff that's unheard of. So I really enjoy the way that, especially now, like WWE has done a great job over the past, like, really like 8-9 years now of doing things that are completely just remarkable and unheard of in the business. So the Women's Revolution, you know, having an all women's pay-per-view, even the women having their own Royal Rumble is amazing and awesome. So we're in a real special time right now in terms of wrestling, and really doing things that are historical and groundsbreaking. So a tag team match in the main event of WrestleMania is certainly not out of the cards, especially when you have 2 nights of WrestleMania now. Who knows? We might even have 3 nights of WrestleMania when it's all done. We might do WrestleMania every day for the whole year. I don't know. We just don't know what's going on. Every day is WrestleMania. I don't know. We'll see.
I think New Day and Usos need to be the first main event of a WrestleMania if they're going to have a tag team match main event, because there's this chemistry. There's this incredible chemistry between you two. Would you agree?
1,000%. They're definitely, without a doubt, beyond a shadow of a doubt, like our greatest and most favorite team to go up against,
Yeah.
you know, because we're kind of like we have like parallel stories. When we were on the come up, they were also on the come up and changing from more traditional like Samoan heritage and coming out with the lava lavas and the traditional dances and face paint, and then transitioning into like kind of more so like who they are, and then adding Roman to the mix, and then having the bloodline, and then, you know, now even like Solo and even Sam Zayn now being in the bloodline, which is an awesome story.
I love
I don't want to compliment Sammy too much because then he'll play this on loop and he won't let me forget it in the locker room. But
Play it.
they have a really they got a great thing going right now for sure. And yeah, anytime that we can go toe to toe with the Usos is it's a great time for us, but then also for the fans because they know that they're gonna get an automatic banger.
So that needs the main event, WrestleMania. You got 2 nights. All right, people, come on. If it's 2 nights,
Hey, book it, man. I
book
like your
it.
style. Get a job as a booker, man, because I like what's coming out of your mouth now. Now we're cooking.
No, now
Now
we're
we're
okay.
cooking, you know
Now
what I
we're
mean?
okay.
Yeah.
You know, I think I applied years ago to be like assistant creative writer years ago. So maybe someone can
Yeah.
open up that old dusty,
Oh,
blow off that
yeah, let's-
resume and see what's on
Yeah.
there. Because
Let's dig that resume out and let's get it going, man, because I like what's your where your head's at right now.
thank you. But I do have a writing question because I did ask some people, you know, hey, I'm talking to Kofi. What do you think? And have you
Yeah.
heard of the Wrestling Club from Kip Amp Middle School? Have you heard of them?
Is that so? I've seen pictures of
Victor
a wrestling
Perry-
club. Okay.
Victor Perry is an amazing teacher, and he has gotten this after-school group together of kids, 6th grade and 7th grade, who love,
Yeah.
who are passionate about wrestling. They started a GoFundMe to get to go to WrestleMania. They made enough money. They're doing it. That's exciting. But they wrote in a question for you because they love you so much. You're one of their favorite.
Ooh.
Besides you, we have Carmelo Hayes as the other one, but we'll say you were the favorite right
Nice.
now. So Kip Amp Middle School wants to know, in what ways do you think your character, Kofi Kingston, has impacted young Black children? And do you find it a responsibility of yours every time you're in front of the camera?
Absolutely. So being the first African-born WWE champion, impacted a lot of African American children in ways, and really like all children, but particularly African American children, because you didn't really see African-born superstars in championship roles, and I mean like main championship roles. It's something that you didn't see, and it's one thing to say like anything is possible, because in theory anything is possible. If you believe in yourself, you can be the one who breaks the ground, and you can be the first person to do something. But it's a whole nother thing to say that anything is possible because it actually happened. So for me to be at the forefront of winning the WWE championship, there were just so many like videos that were sent to me on social media and messages that I got even still to this day. So we were in New Orleans, and it was like me and my son walking in, and one of the security guards stopped me and talked about how impactful that moment was to him watching it, you know, as an adult, you know. And you have all these videos of people watching it with their kids, and it just really establishes like a sense of hope and belief that you can do whatever you want to do. I mean, for me, like by all standards, like I shouldn't be here. I'm not like 6'8". I'm not 300 pounds. I don't have a strapping chest. As a matter of fact, I have pretty much all sternum. You know, no muscle here. My legs are very skinny. I'm not as big as the other people on the roster. When I was a kid and I told people I wanted to be a WWE superstar, they laughed at me because I just didn't look the part. And now you fast forward all these years later, and I've been able to have so many incredible accolades, so many awesome moments, winning the WWE championship, among other championships. I think someone had put it on Twitter. I don't keep count, but they said like I've had 22 different title reigns between all like the tag team in the United States and, you know, WWE championship and Intercontinental championship runs. So this is all from a guy who wasn't supposed to be here, you know? So yes, a long-winded answer to your question is yes. It's a very important responsibility for me to make all kids believe that they can be whatever they want to be. But again, particularly like African-American kids, to be that shining example of if you push yourself, if you work hard, if you believe in yourself, and you're able to like focus on what it is that you want to do, then you can do it. Just go out and do it, you know, go out and do it, you know? So yes, it's very, very important. I think that the impact, judging by the messages that I've gotten, and I'm sure a lot of messages that I haven't gotten, the impact has been very huge in the African-American community.
Oh yeah, there's so many videos of professional wrestlers with their children or just children in general. Everyone watching that moment of you winning the championship gold. But what did you feel about your championship run? Because obviously people are still puzzled of why you didn't get a rematch against Brock Lesnar on the night that SmackDown made its debut on Fox. People are still confused. Why has that not happened?
I have no idea. I don't really like dwell on like the why. There's a lot of things in the industry that you look at sometimes and you're like, whoa, why did that happen? And you just move on and
Yeah,
the wheel keeps on turning. So and again, for me to like dwell on what happened in that match with Brock Lesnar doesn't serve me any purpose, right? Like it's
true.
not gonna make me better. It's not gonna change what happened. It's not going to like really do anything besides like make me feel bad. But so and I'm not gonna let it do that, you know,
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
have a
yeah.
lot more career left to handle. So yeah, I think that it's a scenario where like you again like this is such a rare and unique opportunity to be on this roster. As far as my run being WWE champion, I got to go 6 months almost to the day. So that is a very, very long reign. I think if you look back at like how many of the past or current champions have had a reign of 6 months or more, it's Brock Lesnar, um, uh, Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns, and myself. So you know what I mean? Like
That's good company.
I'm you can't you know what I mean? You can't
Yeah.
be mad at that,
No, of
right? You
course.
can't be mad at that. And all like the rivalries I had were great, like going up against Kevin Owens and geez, Dolph Ziggler, you know, he and I fought for the Intercontinental Championship. You know, Samoa Joe for a little while. We
Yeah,
got to show
yeah.
some personality and go up against like some of the greats out there, even AJ Styles at the beginning, and then Randy Orton kind of like tying everything together, being that like I was in for a quote unquote push in 2009 and I was out in a rivalry with Randy Orton and then it didn't work out, you know?
Yeah.
So to be able to kind of like button that up was great. So I enjoyed my title run. I enjoyed every single moment of it because I know how rare it is to be in that championship role. So
True.
yeah, you embrace it, man, you know?
Well, even like Edge, who's had multiple title reigns, you come and combine them all together, they don't equal the length of your championship run. So think about
Yeah.
that. So go rub that in
Hey,
Edge's
there
face
you
next
go.
time
Yeah.
you see him, okay? Tell him that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll
we'll talk
tell him
about
that. Yeah, yeah,
recently Bray Wyatt, though, returned. Everyone was on the computers trying to figure
yeah,
out who the White Rabbit was. It's Bray Wyatt. But then OC,
yeah.
Braun Strowman, Hit Row, Karrion Kross, Scarlett, it's an Dakota Kai, Io Shirai. There's been so many people returning. Who do
Yeah.
you want to see return back to the WWE? Because I know some names are on the tip of my
Oh,
tongue, but what about you?
man. I would have said Bray. I would have said Bray if he didn't debut like last week. But I don't know, man. Off the top of my head, I don't know. There's just so many people, even people that like haven't been here in WWE. I would love to see in WWE. There's so much talent, like all of like I said it before, but like this is a real special time in wrestling. Like there's just so much talent out there. So for me to have the opportunity to like mix it up with any of the talent that's out there in different companies and different promotions would be amazing. So I'm more of a kind of like let's see what happens and like embrace like what's actually happening and living in the now. But I'm sure that like especially with Triple H at the helm right now, we are going to have a lot more surprises and we're going to have a lot more moments and people coming back and we're really like tickling the people's fancy and giving them what they want, and that's a great thing to be a part of.
Yes, my juices have been titillated, as Max Dupree once said. Uh, Survivor Series, though, is also coming back to Boston, November
That's right.
26th. War Games. We're going to get War Games. And who would be on your War Games team heading into a Survivor Series
Oh,
match? Because, you know, you can get Woods and Big E if you want, or you can toss them to the side and
yeah.
bring in anyone from the past, the present, the future.
What the, toss them to the side.
I didn't
I
say
would
that. You
never.
said that. It slipped out of my
I
mouth.
would never. I would never. See now. See this is this
We've gone
interview is ebbs and
sideways.
flows, man.
I know.
Ebbs and
I'm
flows.
sorry.
We
Let me take it back.
were having a good flow. You know, but
You can have
Woods
Woods
and
and Big E. They're the best partners you could possibly ever pick. What
yeah.
who would be the fourth person on your team?
We have actually teamed up with Braun Strowman a couple of times, and he is just amazing to be in the ring with, because I find him to be such a character, man. He lives such a crazy life. Like he lives in the woods, you know, he hunts boars and like just has so many awesome stories. So even sometimes when we're like, Woods will be in there wrestling and me and Braun will be on the apron, and just like the conversation back and forth, I'm just like, man, this dude is huge, man. Like what a crazy life he lived. And he gets in there and he like wrecks shop. So he's a force to be reckoned with. But I would put Braun on my team. I would definitely I'll put Bray on my team too. If he's looking for a team, I'll put Bray on there. Geez, who else? I don't know if Orton is coming back, but I'll put Randy on my team. You know what I mean? The Viper and the experience factor,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've mentioned Carmelo Anthony too. I'd put him and Trick Williams on my team because I think they got a lot of potential. So I'm excited to see like what they're going to bring to the table when I guess Carmelo's officially on the main roster. He's been on Main Event like a few times now. So yeah, man, I think man, I might even put out. How many people do I get?
First off, you toss Woods and Biggie. You toss Biggie and Woods to the side. I just want to make sure you didn't put them on your team.
No. I said they'll always be on my team. See, you're trying to, and don't go back and edit the footage. They're always.
I'm editing this.
Starts with the bass.
God, I'm gonna
the team
remove your voice.
You only hear what you want to hear. This is called selective retention. You only hear what you want to hear. You are a traditional and a habitual wedge driver. You're trying to drive a wedge in between the strongest foundation in the history of WWE. 3 guys that have been together for what? With 7, 8 years, 9 years without a single fight on television, and you want
on television? You said on television.
You see what I'm saying?
You said on television, so you've obviously fought backstage.
No, we haven't fought backstage. We only look. I don't want to let you into our personal life because I do that with my close friends. Obviously, I don't know the way that you've been trying to drive a wedge. I wouldn't be sharing personal information about my personal life with you. So I'm talking about on-screen stuff.
You gave him my baby a memory in his head that he'll never forget. He'll have to go to therapy for this. The man with the crazy hair. All right, so we're having
come on, a lot of kids would have loved to be in that position. Would love to be getting a high five and to leave me hanging. How dare he?
You remember?
Be grounded. He should be grounded. I go to give him a high five and you back up from me. I am a good guy. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna come out there. I have kids too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, when he gets older, we fight kids now. We fight kids. So when he gets older, we might get into some fisticuffs. I'm going to talk to him and see if he comes to his senses. Hopefully under your good tutelage as a parent, you'll father him the right way and tell him who to cheer for and what to do and all that. But if not, then we might be throwing fists, and that's fine because like I said, I fight kids, and that's okay.
I would say the headline of this interview definitely is Kofi Kingston fights kids.
Yeah.
Just saying. It's not going to be a trios championship or his fantasy. No.
You got a problem. Your kid's got a problem. You look me up, man. You hit me up on Twitter and we'll work something out. I'll get him in line. Yeah.
One final question before I let you go. So, do you think we'll ever see a WWE like live event, premium live event at Gillette Stadium? Because if you go back to 1998 in Foxborough, they were supposed to have this thing called Brawl, and Vince McMahon was tossed into the water by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I was there in the Boston Harbor. I was there.
You were there, but the event never happened. They even put up the card. Like you can look online and see the card. But like, first off, why didn't it happen? You weren't there. You were a kid. But why do you think it could ever happen in today's world?
Of course, yeah, man. I think that we got WrestleMania in Philly coming up next year. Anything can happen. Anything is possible. There's like literally nothing off limits. So I think again, that's what's so exciting about like the WWE right now is that like it seems as though literally anything is possible. Being able to like bring NIL athletes in from all different colleges and all different sports. Like that's a big initiative right now. So you could theoretically have like somebody who is like a Heisman candidate be in a WWE ring. Like that to me is like wild to think about. There's nothing that's really off limits. So that seems like it could be very likely. Having a WrestleMania or even a pay-per-view, a premium live event at Gillette Stadium, like that's like the scratching the surface of what we're doing now because we're all over the place for sure.
True. My favorite episode of Raw still is this Raw Bowl. It was when they had like the Smoking Guns and Yokozuna and Owen Hart, all these characters, and all wearing jerseys. Like that's one of my favorite Raw moments back in I think it was like 96, 95 maybe. It's still hilarious to watch though. One final question though: if Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania, are you Mr. Royal Rumble?
No, because I haven't won yet. People say that, people say that I'm, well, you have a good moment, but to me, like the best moment would be like to actually win, or at least make the final four. So I hold myself to a real high standard. I don't want to like, how could I claim to be Mr. Royal Rumble and I've never, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you don't have to claim it. Someone can claim it for you.
I can't embrace it. I can't embrace it. I know that I've had like a lot of great moments and I'm appreciative of all of that, but the goal is ultimately to win. If I could trade in all those moments for one Royal Rumble win, I probably would. Because like I said, like a chance at the WWE title is just so few and far between and so rare. And for me, it's obviously been really rare because I've had one shot, but I'm batting 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Your boy hit the home run out the park. I did it when I had the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. In order to like take that moniker like that, man, you got to have at least one win under the belt. If I were to win one, then I would definitely embrace it because then you've done it all. You've done what you're supposed to do in the Royal Rumble.
That's true. And Royal Rumble tickets are on sale right now. So buy those tickets to see Kofi Kingston win the Royal Rumble and go to WrestleMania. And he can either have a tag team main event on night one and then win the championship on night 2. Ta-da! Simple as that. Are we back on the same page, Kofi? Are we back on the same page?
Back on the same page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Headlines. Kofi beats up kids.
I like.
Kofi Kingston, thank you so much for being here. Remember, November 5th, Crown Jewel. November 26th, Survivor Series. Tickets on sale for Royal Rumble.
Series.
I am pumped. You're pumped. We're all pumped. War Games. I'm so excited. Kofi Kingston, thanks for being here. Former WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I hope someone drove by you and saw you in the window and was like, "What's this man doing?"
No, it's okay. It's okay. I don't mind showing my hips to the world. Normally, I make people pay for that. You have to go to the show and pay for it to see it. But they would have gotten a free sneak peek. That's why I kept the camera up here too. Otherwise, I would have zoomed out and let you see the hips. But no, you gotta come to the show if you want to see those hips.
I don't have my money. I don't have my money.
Yeah. Come out the pocket, man. We take Venmo. We take Venmo.
I'll Venmo you. I'll DM you on Twitter. All right. Kofi Kingston, thank you much for being here on NBC's Tanka. I've been Steve Fall. He's been Kofi Kingston. He beats up kids, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.